But what we were interested in especially was in thinking closely about what is important around lesson design. One of the things that's important is the timing. Understanding when it is that you need to use different instructional moves in order to forward students' thinking. And the second part of that is that we have to bolt on effective strategies that serve as vehicles to be able to carry that clarity, that connection, and that cognitive work. Now, it's always important to note that students are the focus, not the strategy. Please, please, please don't ever hold a strategy, an instructional strategy, in higher esteem than the learning of your students. But we need to have reliable, research-based vehicles called strategies in order to be able to move the lesson forward. And so that's really what our focus is in putting together this work.
So we're going to go ahead and start not with focus, but we're going to start in collaborative learning. And this phase is all about students working together. They're co-constructing meaning, they're testing ideas, they're deepening their understanding. And when students start talking through the process, it allows them to surface misconceptions, either for themselves or for the teacher. It allows them to say, I thought I knew this, but here's where I'm still struggling. So sometimes when we do that, when we skip the collaboration, teachers engage with students and students are like, okay, yeah, this makes sense when Miss Fry is doing it with me. But then when I go to do it by myself, it doesn't seem to make as much sense. So this piece is absolutely critical and serves a unique purpose. Now, we do have a book, as you saw in some of the opening slides, and here were some of the strategies that we listed. Allowing collaborative annotations for students to make sense of a text together. Jigsaws, where we're moving from home groups to expert groups to home groups to expert groups, where we're all getting the chance to have that diversity of voice and perspective, and ultimately seeing, how does this piece fit in with the other pieces that I read? Peer assessment, right? Peer assessment relies on students having a strong mental model for what it looks like to be successful. And we'll see in focused instruction where that starts taking place. But we want students to be able to say, I'm looking at the success criteria and I'm noticing you're doing this really well.